Here we go. What game are you playing?
Atari Mania. This year, I hate that. Ugh.
I can't believe you're playing something with Atari, dog.
I know.
I'm astounded.
Especially since I've at least said fuck Atari at least 2 or 3 times on this podcast.
And yet Yars Recharged is a pretty
Yars Recharged kicked ass, man.
But the history.
This sucks. This game sucks. I got upset every time I booted this up to play it some more. It's their anniversary special. It's not the compilation that's coming out later that it's what is the 50th anniversary is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
This is their sort of like us celebrating 50 years of Atari history by making the worst WarioWare game we can. It has the conceit of you are basically Ben Stiller in Night at the Museum. You're watching over a museum of Atari artifacts and things, and some crazy shit starts happening, and you're there to sort of like, oh, there's dead pixels on the ground, and it starts sucking up the Atari like exhibits and starts mashing them into these mini games. And so like you end up fighting these bosses that make you go through like a WarioWare style, you know how it is, where it's just like you're going to play through about 10 games and then fight a boss. And that's how they are, except the games are all sort of like these crazy mashups of several games in one. And it has this aesthetic sucks. It's trying to be sort of like a modern day, like Atari look, where it's like 4-bit Atari blockiness, but like with an updated aesthetic, and it's just, it never looks good. And when you play the games themselves, they all share this, they have like a unified aesthetic amongst everything. And it just like, it doesn't work. And some of the mashups make absolutely zero sense. Like there's one that I always think of that's you're just like, sometimes it's just you're playing Breakout, and other times it's like, oh, you're the Pong paddle, and there's a bunch of other Pong paddles and a bunch of red balls bouncing around, and you just have to move your Pong paddle around to not hit any of the red balls. And you have to do this for 10 seconds because it's a micro game from like WarioWare. And then you're done, and then it goes on to the next game, and it's just the most mind-numbing, and everything controls like it's in mud. Nothing's snappy. So like you're playing Breakout, but like you're sort of used to the paddle physics from Breakout. It hasn't really changed in the 40 years that Breakout's existed. But for whatever reason, it just feels like you're like dragging it as kicking and screaming across the board. None of them play well. None of them look well. All of the mashups are just like, the ones that work are just basically the same, like the game. Like this is just Breakout, but instead it like there's a spider from Centipede running towards you, or whatever. It's just a nightmare. I cannot recommend this game at all. It is just the pits. I would much rather
play not Pitfall.
Yeah, no, that's Activision's or no, Intellivision's. Don't you dare try to get Pitfall into this. But yeah, I don't know. All of the Recharged games are infinitely better than this. Yeah, so look. If you saw this, you would have no idea what the hell is going on with a lot of these games.
I mean, something with Centipede.
But it's not Centipede. It's like an archery thing, and it's like, chances are you're actually controlling the bug in this particular screenshot, not the spider, but the dragonfly, because there are ones where you don't have to like.
I mean, here's my thing: is that like Atari doesn't really have enough to make a micro game.
Well, they just smash it, because like the main enemy of this game is like Bernard Bear, which is just like the Crystal Castles character that's gone rogue and stuff, and it's just like I couldn't tell you what this mini game is because they reuse the assets for everything too. This could be the one where you're supposed to shoot down the other character, or there's a good chance that some stupid bullshit's happening in this that they don't have in this screenshot, which is also a possibility, like dodge the pong balls or something. But yeah, this one is just a shooter. You're just shooting stuff. That one was simple enough. The writing is the one kind of that strong suit in this game. It's actually pretty funny overall. But like this isn't a example of that writing. But overall, it's just yeah. Back to this fucking screenshot again. I wish I could have taken somewhere. I've got videos and stuff that I might have to share with you because some of these games are just absolute nonsense and like not in a fun way. Like WarioWare's nonsense is silly, goofy, but understandable nonsense. This stuff is just like, let's just throw some shit in a blender, and if the game works, the game works. If it doesn't, it's not our problem. So nobody's gonna buy this. This isn't like anyone's. This is just one of those games. It's our 50th anniversary. We got to push something out. It's a very old school video game.
We were contractually obliged to to put this out.
Yeah, it's a bummer of a game, man. But